Hi there, and welcome to a Shozy Z video. Real quick, I've got to ask you, do you like my new glasses? Aren't they sparkly? Okay, on to the video. Okay, I found these two dolls on Mercari from a good Instagram friend, actually, who also sells on Mercari. And the one on the left that's got the white vest on is an Our Generation doll, which that face sculpt is, I don't know if that's a newer face sculpt or an older one, but they were both dressed in like cowboy clothes. Their belt buckles were exactly the same, which is ironic. So I and then okay, and then moving on, the one on the right, the girl. Well, okay. See, I've already described what I'm doing with them. The girl in the pink shirt is a Paradise Galleries doll, or am I saying that right? Anyway, Kohl's used to sell a line of dolls that was called, I think, Paradise Galleries, and they sold a brunette, a blonde, and I never knew they sold the African American one. And when I saw her, I thought she was cute. When I got her in and I really looked at her, I'm like, wait a minute, you look like my because I redid one of my brunettes, because I had two of them, because there was one time, a long time ago, in a galaxy far away, when I was gonna do when I was collecting doubles of dolls, because one set was gonna go to this YouTuber. She was a former friend of mine, and we were gonna do it was a secret, but we were gonna do a series, and it was going to be kind of intricate how we were going to pull this together. So I purchased the dolls and spent a lot of money on these dolls, and then she was going to make the costumes, and then we were going to collaborate on how we were going to do the segments. And so it was going to be kind of interesting how we were going to pull this off, but it was going to be fun. I knew we were going to have the sets, the props, and everything, because I was pulling props for kind of both of us, and she had pulled some props, and anyway, it didn't go anywhere, which was kind of a bummer, because that ended our kind of friendship. It was a shame, because we'd been friends for a long time, and she would send me really cool things, and I sent her some things, and anyway, it was just a shame. But so my brunette ended up being one of my brunettes. I had two of them that I did their hair exactly the same. I crimped it. But one of my brunettes ended up being my my Princess Leia. And when I looked at this doll, I'm like, you look just like my Princess Leia. What? So I was really excited. And then when I saw the doll in the blue shirt, I'm like, okay, no, you're too masculine. I can see that you could be a really good guy doll. I could see it. So, okay, long story short there, here we go. And here they are. So I completely braided his hair, because I wanted him to be a guy. And I looked at his hair, and I thought, it needs to be tamed, because it was so wild and curly and wonderful. But I just didn't want it to be like that for the rest of his doll years. So I kind of sectioned it off the way it had a natural part, and I kind of sectioned it and started braiding. And that's how it ended up. I just kind of layer braided it, and in big chunky braids, and then left a lot of long ends on it too. I didn't want it to be too precise. And because he had a lot of ends. His hair was very curly, and it still is. It's amazing hair. He has a huge head full of hair. It's wild. And then of course I did his face up on him with a little tiny mustache and a little tiny itsy bitsy goatee, and thicker eyebrows, and then I gave him some sideburns. So, but then the way I dressed him, he looks kind of feminine, doesn't it? Well, that's like, it's a Japanese type of style. It's partly, how did I describe it? When I was looking it up, there's two certain styles. One uses a lot of purple and a lot of, it's pretty flamboyant, and it's partly like Lolita slash Harajuku or something, but it's two different styles, and I just kind of went overboard with it. That's what I did. I just basically went overboard with it because I had purchased this outfit from Rolling Rock Dolls, my dear friend who's always creating cool things for me. and and when I saw this outfit, I'm like, oh, I know I can use this on. And I was going to use them both in tandem with one another, of course. But when I created him, I thought right away, yes, this is the outfit for you. This is the outfit for you. So he's kind of a rocker, kind of a, like a new age rocker, yet kind of a Japanese type of rebel in a way, because their fashion is very sophisticated and very off the cuff. So I like that. I thought it was cool. And then her outfit is so pretty. It has a placard down the front that's lace, and it's just really, and neither one of them you see are in shoes because they just didn't require shoes for this photo shoot. But she got a complete makeover, and I didn't really do anything with her hair. Actually, I left her hair. It had two braids that ran down the back, and I didn't even touch it. All I did was clean them, wash them up, and I just brushed her hair out. I didn't even touch her hair at all. But and now I think her eyebrows are a little too high because she constantly has a surprised look on her face a little bit, or a little bit too much of a innocent look. So I need to probably tone down her eyebrows a little bit. One of these days I'll get to it. But I think they're BFFs basically, and they just do, the nightlife scene together, which is pretty harmless. It's mostly about fashion and fun and the movie scene and stuff like that, Okay, so that's those two, and I'll show you a close-up. And here they are close up. I think they're really adorable together. Of course, now in the very first picture, you can't tell that her face, it's so funny how dolls are. Their faces can be sculpted. Their heads can be sculpted so much different from one another. And hers in this photo looks a lot larger than his. But you have to remember where it's the angle and where the light is hitting and all that kind of stuff. But here her face looks her head basically looks very bulbous, and I don't think it really is that way. It's just the way that she's leaning and all that kind of stuff. But she does have a little bit more of a rounder face than he does. So I think but they're so cute together. I think they're so cute. And again, with my nightlife dolls, they're not getting into trouble, okay? They're not doing illicit things that they're not supposed to be doing, because I won't have that. All right. Thank you so much for subscribing, watching, and leaving prudent comments and hitting the notification bell. You all take care. Bye-bye.